on the list of things.
Not joke.
No matter.
Make I help you.
The five.
Today we're going to be talking about love languages. There are 5 love languages. If you don't already know, we're going to be talking about that. This is fundamental to every relationship, and trust me, you want to know about them.
I'm the silence in the noise. I'm the snowflake in the storm, and I'm so fragile, already torn. 'Cause my head is the worst of them all, but I'm unbreakable. I'm unbreakable, yeah, I'm unbreakable, yeah.
5 love languages are receiving gifts, physical touch, words of affirmation, quality time, and act of service.
Obviously, for act of service, if you love your spouse doing things for you in the house, taking out the trash, helping you cook, doing the laundries,
Doing chores around the house.
Yeah, so you probably, are more suited for act of service. Physical touch is just basically somebody that likes being, touched. So it doesn't have to be sexually, but hugs, kisses, cuddles, and all that. That's how you actually feel loved. Yeah, so that's for physical touch. For
Receiving gifts, just as it
like it says, receiving gifts.
Receiving gifts.
Of which I feel that
Everyone loves to receive
in a way,
gifts,
loves to receive gifts. So you might have another primary love language that you will.
Yeah, but I think the difference is people whose love language is receiving gifts would want each gift to have a meaning. That's what I think. They would want each gift to carry a meaning, just not the regular. I went out, I saw something and I bought it, right? It is, I thought of you and I thought you would need this kind of thing.
Right.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. That is not my love language anyways. Other ones are quality time, which is just basically spending
time.
Not just time, like undivided attention with somebody, when you can just let go of everything else and you just focus on one person and that particular thing you guys are doing at the moment. So if you guys have decided to maybe go for a walk or go to the movies, you know that you're not receiving any calls during that time.
You're not distracted.
Exactly, no distractions. So that is quality time. And then the last one is
words of affirmation.
Exactly. So you love hearing I love you.
All the sweet words.
Exactly. So those are just the basic intro
languages.
to all the love languages. At the beginning, when we were starting out in the relationship, we didn't really know what our love languages are. So we were kind of relating with each other based on how we felt the other person was gonna, was gonna feel the love, which was totally wrong. I remember back then, I would do something I feel like, she would appreciate as, this guy loves me. And then she was just like, I'm like, what?
Because it didn't have so much meaning to me, right?
Yeah, because it used to drive me nuts.
Most times, after doing that, I'll just go backtrack and say, I was supposed to say thank you for being sweet. But
that was very hard for her because she didn't really feel the love because that wasn't her love language. But over time, after we talked about it and we got to see how the love languages actually played out, it became a lot easier. Also for her as well, she related to me based on
how I thought it wanted to be loved.
Exactly. And me, I don't know how to pretend.
And that's the problem. It doesn't know how to pretend, and you need to be able to impress you 150% before you see a reaction. So it was really bad. But over time, we're able to talk about it and we discovered what each other's love language was. Initially, I thought yours was receiving gift, I think.
No. Because I specifically told you it was quality time.
Yes, so you told me, but initially I thought it was receiving gift,
Right.
and I remember there was a time I gave you a gift,
Oh yeah.
and
that was a disaster.
actually, so what happened was I'd used maybe my last cash. It was a long time
I think
ago.
that was back in 2015.
15, yeah. I gave him a wristwatch, and my guy didn't say anything. He didn't even use the
I
wristwatch.
think I only wore it once.
One, I didn't even see the wristwatch on you. You bothered me so much that
Yeah.
even in 2021, I brought it up, and I was like, I gave you a wristwatch, and
Yeah.
you never used
Yeah.
it.
For you, I think when we discussed it, you told me that your love language is act of service. You know, one of them is act of service.
But the primary one was receiving gift.
That was what you said.
That was what I said.
But
Turns out,
after getting married and learned a lot about her, I found out
it wasn't receiving gift.
yeah, it was actually act of service. It was a huge part.
Yeah.
Like 90%.
99% act
Act
of
of
service.
And then I would say the rest would be words of affirmation.
I love it.
Yeah, and then some trickles of no
Physical
trickles of-
touch.
no, okay. So with physical touch, she's weird in the sense that when it comes to hugs and kisses, yes.
I'm all for it.
Anything else?
Anything else, please
forget
don't
it.
bring it near me.
Forget. Don't even touch anything. Like so that is weird. I mean,
Yours, you said yours was quality time,
yeah.
but then you want me out of the house most times.
Oh yes.
You want me out of the house most times, and then when I think I'm being sweet and I tell you sweet words, you're like, okay.
Yeah. Definitely not words of affirmation.
Not.
Yeah, because I'm not even going to say why it's not, but it's not words of affirmation. But I think for quality time, for me personally, I feel like. Okay, let me say that again. 'Cause I think I was blocking you, baby. Personally, I feel like my love language has kind of changed because when I was single. When I wasn't living with anybody, it was quality time, and the reason why that is because
Lonely at the top.
lonely. Yeah, I mean partly because of that. When you're dating somebody and you're not living together, you are eager, you're looking
To see the
forward to
person.
seeing the person. So when you actually see the person, you don't want any distractions, you just want to be present.
Yeah.
In that moment, and just and then afterwards you guys will go to your separate houses, and then you start to anticipate the next meeting again,
You see them,
which was
yeah.
I love that. I love just having time with my partner and just not thinking about anything else, any distractions But after I got married and we live in the same house, we work from home most of the time. You gotta see her, like
Almost 24/7.
Do you
And you
understand?
get tired sometimes because
Yeah, so-
you both need your personal space.
Okay, wait. So I won't say my love language has completely changed. I would say it's still quality time, and the reason why I'm saying that is, if you notice, when I'm either speaking to you or when we're together, we want to do something, I don't like distractions. That's why I'll say, oh, why are you pressing your phone when we're talking or something?
Yeah.
Or maybe we are watching a movie, you are pressing phone. I'm like, we're supposed to be watching a movie together, right? So I still feel like fundamentally, my love language is still quality time, but I just don't want to spend all the time, because
With me.
not with you.
Does that mean you
Don't
hate
say-
me?
No, don't say like that. I mean, sometimes you need your space, your personal space.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, exactly. So,
In conclusion, communication is actually key for you to understand each other's love language. Just don't assume that your partner knows how you want to be loved. You have to be able to discuss this and understand each other very well, and you have to be patient because it takes time. Even when you've communicated this to each other, you would still need a lot of practice to always remember that this person wants to be loved this way and not this other way. Yeah.
and then you should know that the fact that somebody tells you that their love language is either act of service or physical touch or something, it doesn't mean it's textbook. it could be tailor-made for them. So you need to get into the conversation of like, even though it's act of service, how does that affect you personally? Like, how can I tailor make this showing love to you in particular, not just act of services, me helping out doing the dishes. It might be that they don't want you to do that, right? It might be something else, so you just need to talk about it, basically. So
thank you,
guys. Thank you.
Please share our video and even share your own experience in the comment section. Let us know what you've been experiencing in your relationships. Thank you.
Yep. Yes. Bye.